Neal Brown is fed up with the disrespect. So fed up, in fact, that he actually called an ESPN employee to tell him about it. What the heck is going on? Let's talk about it right after this word from our sponsor. Today's video is sponsored by Magic Shine Auto Spa in 10th in Morgantown, West Virginia. At Magic Shine, your vehicle's care is their top priority. They use always the highest quality products to ensure your car not only looks its best, but is also protected and maintained with the utmost care. From window tinting with top-of-the-line Max Pro Tint to protective ceramic coatings from Diamond Protect, they've got you covered. Drive it today and experience the difference at Magic Shine Auto Spa and Tint, where your car shines like new. Don't forget to shine on Morgantown.
This is for Cameron.
Happy Monday, and what is up, guys? Welcome back in. My name is Mountaineer Paul. This is another edition of Mountaineer Paul Talks Football. Last week of the show here, guys, before we transition into the Locked On West Virginia. So be looking forward to that. Keep your eyes on this show. It'll just turn into Locked On. You won't have to go anywhere. So on today's show, we're going to be talking about Neal Brown called ESPN to complain about the disrespect from multiple outlets, but specifically ESPN, about his players not being included on certain top 100 lists and other lists. It's been going on pretty much all off season until today. Garrett Greene is included on a Heisman list, an early Heisman list, one of the top 10 front runners for the Heisman Trophy. Pro Football Focus believes so heavily in Garrett Greene. I've seen multiple things come out from them this offseason about Garrett Greene. We're going to talk about that. And there's a couple other awards other Mountaineers are on. So, the list in question. What is the list that Neal Brown's talking about? Well, it's this one here. College Football Ranked 2024, ranking the top 100 players before the 2024 season. And so, and here you can go on down the list. You've got guys like, but what cracks me up, man, it's just some of the names that are on here over Wyatt Milum or Garrett Greene. You know, I think Riley Leonard's great, but I'll take Garrett Greene. Connor Wigman, 979 yards, 8 touchdowns, 2 interceptions in 2023. I'll take Garrett Greene. Unbelievable, you know? Or Jaheim White. How is Jaheim White not on this list, you know? If you're going to go by, I mean, look at this. That's pretty much what Jaheim had at running back. Close. Zachariah Branch is a guy that should be higher on the list. You know, there's all kinds of just, I don't know. I mean, it's, you know, it's an opinion. I get that. I totally get that, you know. But, dear Lord, you know. So, like, here's Donovan Edwards, right? Michigan. 119 carries, 5 touchdowns, 497 yards. I know he's a great player. Don't get me wrong. Don't get me wrong at all. But I think Jaheim White's better. Caden Salter from Liberty. Now, he's pretty good, but I'll take Garrett Greene. I will. Give me Garrett Greene. Anyway, so this is the list in question. Here's Katron Allen. Come on, man. I love Katron Allen, but is he Jaheim White? No, he's not. Nor is Nick Singleton. But, you know, that's just me, you know. This is a popularity contest, I guess. I mean, what else are you going to do about it? I'm not saying every player on the West Virginia team should be on here. But do I think we have 3 guys that should deserve to be on this list? I absolutely do. Jaheim White, Wyatt Milum, and Garrett Greene all deserve to be on this list. This right here, this guy's number 20, Abdul Carter, right? My hot take is I think Garrett Greene, or I think Wyatt Milum is going to stonewall Abdul Carter on the 31st. You heard it here first. One of my predictions for that game is Abdul Carter will not beat Wyatt Milum to the quarterback. He might be somebody else to the quarterback, but he will be stonewalled by Wyatt Milum, in my opinion. Take that for what you will. And so Neal Brown went on a show called the Marty and McGhee Show, and he had some things to say about that list, that very list we just looked at. Check this out.
I texted one of your colleagues at ESPN the other day. They did this top 100 players list in college football. And I'm like, man, how do you have a job and you're deciding 100 list when, like, Garrett Greene's not on it? And because I don't get it. You know, we got a tackle. Wyatt Milum's going to be either a first or an early second round pick. He wasn't on the list either. And I'm just wondering, did you not get to W as you were looking at players? Because West Virginia, you know, like, did you not get all the way down to our name? And
Neal, man, that was classic right there. So, did you not get to W when looking for players? That's a good comeback, you know. Neal Brown, man, very witty, you know. He really is. So Neal Brown with the shots at ESPN, he doesn't really say who he called. He said he texted one of their colleagues. I'm not sure if it's the writer of the article or if it's another person for ESPN that he knows. But either way, that's pretty freaking funny, you know, that he called and ripped somebody and asked them why they even had a job still. This is exactly why people will play for Neal Brown. This is why we've had such few portal losses here the last few years. And the guys we did lose, obviously it was for the bigger back, you know, in my opinion, in most cases, or they were just told to leave. Obviously, not everybody's going to get along with Neal Brown, and I 100% get that. What better coach can you ask for than a guy to stand up for you like that? Thankfully, there are some people with sense out there, and our friends at Pro Football Focus are some of those people, right? They do have both Wyatt Milum and Garrett Greene on certain lists. Right here, you see Wyatt Milum at the offensive tackle spot, second team, preseason All-American. And then you saw there was a list for Heisman candidates. Yeah, top 10 Heisman candidate, Garrett freaking Greene. Look at the list of people he's on here with. Shedeur Sanders, Ollie Gordon, Quinshon Judkins, Travis Hunter, Carson Beck, Dylan Gabriel, Jalen Milroe, Jackson Dart, Nico, the $8 million man over at Tennessee, which is wild in and of itself. Pro Football Focus has been really good to West Virginia and especially Garrett Greene this offseason. And it's interesting to see the different media companies and how they handle this. We're either on the list, several different positions, or we're just not remembered at all. So this is a weird one, though. But, I really want to talk about Garrett Greene as a Heisman contender really quick. If Garrett Greene is in the Heisman conversation, let me just say really quick, he's going to have a lot of numbers going on. He's going to be putting up some big numbers for that to happen. I really do believe that. I mean, for him to really be in the conversation for that, gosh, you're talking over 3,000 yards passing and close to 1,000 yards rushing, I would guess. Probably close to 30 to 40 touchdowns. I would say it would be right around there for something like that. Or if he just goes heavy on the passing side, maybe he's only got 500 yards, but he's got like over 4,000 yards passing, which would be amazing. But there is a path there for Garrett. And against this competition, good Lord, if he has a great year like we think he can have against this competition, look out, because a lot of people think the schedule's so tough that we're not going to get through it. Maybe we won't. How do you feel about it? Let me know down below, guys. First of all, like the video really quick while we're talking, while I'm rambling. Just reach over, just click that like button for me. Subscribe to the channel if you're new around here. And drop a comment below and let me know how you feel about the Neal Brown comments. And what about the Pro Football Focus college stuff about Wyatt being a second-team All-American, which I think he'll be first. And then Garrett being the 10th overall Heisman prospect on Pro Football Focus list. I thought that was pretty damn cool. So wouldn't it be cool to actually finally get a Heisman winner from around here? We've already been snubbed on Biletnikoff and all kinds of other stuff in the past. Would love to actually get one via Garrett Greene. That would be super cool. At the end of the day, Neal Brown loves his players, man, and can't be more proud for him to represent us and really rooting for him again this year, because I think he's the kind of coach that will stay here for a long time if he can continue winning. We're going to start breaking down the game, guys, getting deep into it this week, guys. So keep coming back, because we're going to really be talking about some stuff that is interesting. We're going to be picking the games. We're going to be bringing people on to pick the games, different stuff like that. So keep swinging back by and checking in with us, guys. But until then, have a great week. This episode's over, and I'm out.
This is for Cameron. Tim Cal.